Hello, I'm Mayor Cheryl Brothers. I'm here today with Memory Bartlett, who is the CEO of the Fountain Valley Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber has been in business since 1966 and has continued to be a great support for our small businesses. Because we are social distanced here today, I am going to remove my mask for the rest of the program. So, if you could tell us a little bit about what it's been like being a Chamber of Commerce, having small businesses as your members during this time. It's a confusing time for everyone, but I'm sure that you're a great source of information for everyone. So, how have you been adjusting the last few months?
Well, the mission of the Fountain Valley Chamber is to promote business and community growth through active leadership in civic, cultural, and legislative educational programs. So essentially, we're here to serve as a resource to the local businesses, providing them a direct link to the community and to their locally elected officials. And you are right, it has been a challenge recently. Everybody is well aware of the economic impact that COVID-19 has had on businesses nationwide. So it's not just here in Fountain Valley. And the chamber represents those businesses. So our hearts hurt for them and our days are spent long working for them. We have had to transition. Normally, we provide a great deal of in-person events, whether they're educational programs or networking mixers. Now we've switched to more of an online presence, and we've done a series of tutorials that help the businesses find available funding programs, how to apply for them, the tax incentives that have come out of the CARES Act and the Families First Coronavirus Response Act. And we've even done a number of consultations where we've walked the businesses through the application program, helped find them a bank and a lender. And so we've shifted to being a resource in that fashion. We also do daily e-blasts where we keep our members up to speed on the local mandates that are coming down, what tier we're in, what does that mean for their business, can they open inside or outside, at what capacity, and so we're constantly providing them those types of updates.
And it's constantly changing, I know that. So businesses that are your members currently have a great advantage in having a one-stop location
Yes.
for all of that helpful information. And it's confusing for everyone who's not studying this full time. You also work on legislation. You represent the businesses, and I know that you have a committee. I know I'm on the committee.
Yes.
And we review pending proposed legislation and take positions on things as if we are a small business, and we want to minimize the impact,
Correct.
Negative impact on business. So thank you for doing that. That's an important important part of what you do. So it is a big benefit to the city and to the businesses here that you exist. And not every city has a chamber of commerce, and it's getting more and more difficult to retain your members, to sign up new members. It's a difficult time, but there are tremendous benefits. And I know that you've done work on ways to become a member and save some money in doing that. You've changed your formula for a short time.
Yes.
To be able to help more of our small businesses. So do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. You're right. Not every city has a chamber of commerce, and I think that's a real shame. We are lucky enough in Fountain Valley to have a great relationship with our city and our locally elected officials, and we work as a team to provide and to expand the economic development of this area. So it's our belief that a thriving community only exists when you have a thriving economy that backs it up. So we do work hand in hand to make Fountain Valley a nice place to live, work, and play. And it is true, some of the chambers have had difficulty in obtaining and maintaining their membership. We always are looking to expand and grow ours.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that will ever change. But we do provide a huge service. And I think what many businesses out there might not know is that their annual chamber membership is actually 100% tax deductible as a business related expense. And it goes in your professional association and organizational line item on your tax form. So it actually doesn't cost you anything to be a member. And then on top of that, you get we have monthly networking mixers after COVID or pre-COVID, not during COVID. And many educational events, as well as keeping them up to date on everything. So the advantages of being a chamber member are great.
They certainly are, yes. And if nothing else, it's to explain the transition from COVID tiers to now the color code.
Yes.
Still not sure why we had to do that, but somebody liked the colors better.
Yeah.
So what's your priority right now? What do you focus on the most today?
Today, I would say we are focused most on providing those updates to our members, keeping them up to speed. That is our greatest service at the moment, is keeping them open by helping them find the funding, access the funding. Even today, there's still grants available. They haven't all gone away. And keeping them up to date on the tiers, on when the restaurants had to open up outside, that they could apply for their permit with the city and that the city had waived the fee. Those kind of things, directing them along to help them maintain their business. I think we're doing a great job at that. Our members have really appreciated the help that we provided in that regard. As we transition to different colors in the tier phase, I guess, we are going to be transitioning back to some of our in-person events, and so we're just keeping up to speed.
In the meantime, your board still meets regularly.
Correct.
And they meet virtually.
Yes.
And you can provide some of your information to your business community online.
Correct.
And virtually.
Yeah, we've done a number. Our board meets through Zoom, as do our committees. Our Government Affairs Committee, which you were speaking about earlier, meets online. And we've started hosting what we call community coffee breaks. And so once a month, we host a special guest for a very, very casual coffee. Our last guest was our police chief, Matt Shepard, who came in and talked very candidly to our members, had a wonderful Q&A session. The feedback we received from that event was incredible. So next month, we are hosting congressional candidate Michelle Steele, who's also our District 2 board supervisor and chairperson of the board of supervisors. So
Correct. Right. She's wearing several hats right
yes.
now. Right. So I know one of the things that you're working on right now is fundraising efforts that will help, designed to help businesses who participated and nonprofits. And that would be the 92708 coupon book. But that's not the only thing that you're working on. So could you tell us about some of your fundraising efforts?
Sure. So some of you may not know that the chamber itself is self-funding. So we're not a government agency and we don't receive money from the government. So we sustain ourselves through membership dues, through events that we run, and through fundraising efforts. Um, Obviously, during this COVID time, it's been more difficult to host those events and raise those funds. So, together with our friends at Fountain Valley Living Magazine, we came up with the concept for a Shop 92708 coupon book. And thanks to some of the funds that we received from the CARES Act from Andrew Doe's District 1, we were able to put this book together. And what I absolutely love about this book is it helps every facet of the community. So it helps the businesses by providing them free or very low cost advertising in it. It helps the community members themselves by providing them deep discounts at their Fountain Valley favorites. Again, the businesses will get those customers as soon as we're able to open them up. And then it serves as a fundraiser for the Chamber of Commerce. And now we have started our distribution model where we are talking to local nonprofits, PTAs, booster clubs, service organizations who can come on board as a distributor and sell, and then they make $4 for every book they sell.
Terrific.
Yep. So we're excited for that as it helps so many aspects of the community. And at the end of the day, if we get those residents, those discounts, they get back into the stores. The sales tax helps the city, and it's a perfect cycle.
They get back into their stores and services. Exactly. And in thumbing through one of the drafts, there's a lot of food coupons.
Yes.
Which I know we'll all enjoy, and it gives a tremendous boost to those businesses also to have people come in. So I know when the chamber does in-person events, you require volunteers. So if somebody out there wants to volunteer, two things: do they need to be a chamber member to volunteer, and how would they do that?
So you're right. We operate with a staff of 2. So meanwhile, in a normal year, we put on about 20 events annually. So we rely heavily on our board of directors, on our committee members, on our volunteers to help us organize and work those events with us. So you do not have to be a chamber member. And many may not know that we offer this incredible opportunity. You can actually join the chamber as a community member. So if you do not have a business, but you would like to be involved in some of the events that we do and in the business community, we offer a community membership, which is under $50 a year.
Terrific. Mm-hmm. And that would keep you informed of everything that you're doing, right. Including some of the member-only events that you do.
Yeah.
So that's terrific.
And getting discounts to those events too.
If I'm reading about an event you're going to do next year, and it sounds like something I'd be interested in helping with, do I just call you?
Yeah. And
say, I'm available, I'd like to come and work. What do I do?
Yes, absolutely. You can call the chamber office. The number is 714-962-3822. We are currently, during COVID, open only Monday through Thursday, 10 to 3. Those will expand again as we reopen everything. And let us know that you would like to be on one of our committees for the event that you're looking to help with. One event we are super excited about that's actually coming up this year that we can plan for now is our annual Mayor's Ball. So we are busy planning for that at the moment. So if you're interested, call us.
You bet. Yeah, there's still some discussion about what color will be in at that time, whether it'll be indoors or outdoors. But we have 2 locations selected, right. And it will go forward.
Yes, so we have backup plans for everything.
Yes, yeah. So we're all excited about that. Yes. So what plans are you making for 2021, assuming we will be out from under this? I know we're all ready to close the year on 2020, and we still have some time to go, but it will be good to look beyond this. So what are you looking forward to next year?
Sometimes that's what keeps us going every day, is that ability to look forward and to hope for the time that we can get back to normal. And so I am really excited because coming into 2020, we had a few new events that we were proposing. One of them was a breakfast series called Eggs and Issues, where we would have people come in and talk about stuff pertinent to our local area. And so we're super excited to get those restarted, as well as our monthly networking mixers that are really popular. We get calls even today saying, "Are you having it this month?" They cannot wait for those to reopen. And those are free events for our members. So we are looking forward, very hopeful, to bring everything that we had planned for 2020 into 2021. And at the same time, I think some of the things we've learned during the COVID crisis we'll keep up with. The daily updates, maybe not COVID related, but there's always something in the business world that they'll need to be updated about. Even legislative bills like you were talking about, or community events. So we're excited to keep and be more in touch with our members on, if not a daily basis, at least a weekly basis.
And there is so much information currently on your website and your daily or weekly bulletins with your e-blasts that it's really easy to stay informed. If you can be connected at all, it's very easy to stay informed. So I think you're doing a terrific job. I know it's a small staff. I know your board pitches in.
Yes, they do.
And Fountain Valley is known for volunteers and volunteerism. And so I think going forward and in the past, I think you've learned that it's not that hard to get volunteers in Fountain Valley.
No, and honestly, we would not be able to operate this chamber with the staff of 2 and do the kinds of events that we do, both the quantity of events and the quality. I mean, we produce some of the community's largest events, the Mayor's Ball, the State of the City, the Fountain Valley Business Awards. And those would not be possible with the staff up 2 unless we had incredible volunteers around us. So we are very lucky in that regard.
That's terrific. And I know that at the mixers, it's a wonderful opportunity for your chamber members to get together informally, find out who does printing and who has a service that you might be looking for. And we always encourage Shop Fountain Valley first. And it's a great opportunity to do that. So I know everyone is looking forward to you being able to get back to those. So thank you for sitting down with us today, Memory. Do you have any final thoughts you'd like to leave us with?
I would just like to thank you for taking the time to come out here with us today. And not just today, but this mayor is at every chamber event. And she's usually the first one there and the last one to leave. She's always helping. So I do want to thank you for your support of the chamber and all the ways that you help us. And to encourage anybody out there, if you have a business in Fountain Valley or the surrounding areas, or if you live in Fountain Valley and have a business elsewhere, to come in and talk to us and see what we can do for you. Our member benefits are great, as I mentioned before. And after the tax deductions, it's essentially free to become a chamber member. So I would encourage every business in Fountain Valley to join us.
Well, so there's something for everyone in Fountain Valley Chamber.
Definitely.
Terrific. Well, thank you, Memory.
Thank you.
In other Fountain Valley updates, as of September 8th, Orange County moved from the purple tier to the red tier as part of the Governor Newsom's blueprint for a safer economy. I guess he likes colors instead of stages. That information is on your screen. But this allows certain business sectors to immediately expand their operations with certain restrictions. Additionally, the county health officer, Dr. Chu, has issued related new orders and strong recommendations, which also include seasonal flu vaccination for certain county residents and visitors. And that would include people who are providers for congregate care settings, that would be senior facilities, healthcare providers, or emergency responders in Orange County. They shall obtain seasonal flu vaccination unless a medical or religious exemption applies. See the U.S. Department of Labor's Families First Corona Response Act, questions and answers, respectively, available on the website on your screen for definitions of healthcare provider and emergency responder. The flu season is just around the corner. This year, a flu shot is recommended as being more important than ever. Community fundraising program. If your organization is looking for a fundraiser to replace perhaps some of the ones you've lost this year, for your nonprofit organization, the Fountain Valley Chamber of Commerce, Fountain Valley Living Magazine, prepared a Shop 92708 coupon book. The printing was funded by District 1 Supervisor Andrew Doe and the City of Fountain Valley. Each book has over 7,000 in discounts and coupons, and each book sold can earn your nonprofit up to $5 per book. They would sell for $20, and you would get to keep $5 of that sale. You can contact the Fountain Valley Chamber of Commerce for more information, and contact information is on your screen. Beginning this week, Brookhurst will be reduced to 2 lanes in each direction for approximately 1.5 months, and the northbound 405 ramp at Warner will be closed for 1 month to accommodate the freeway widening, and the Warner ramp begins September 16th. And there is information on your screen that can be found also at OCTA 405 Improvement Projects. There's a picture on your screen. The Orange County group of mayors has coordinated with Santa Ana High School of Performing Arts to do photo shoots around the county at different iconic locations. You can see me here at the Los Alamitos racetrack, and Los Alamitos is my hometown, which is why I show up there. And all the mayors in Orange County have had a photo shoot somewhere in the county and then collectively. So they will be putting that together and make it available on YouTube shortly. So remember, we can't quit now. You have to remember to mask up to minimize the spread of coronavirus and keep your family and others safe. We are all in this together. Be safe. Stay calm. We'll see you next time.